Hello, Gravy Timothys, and welcome back to something we don't do too often on this channel, which is looking at weird little mods on Hoi 4. So when we did the last 7 days of madness, I said if we hit a certain amount of subscribers, we'd go ahead and do a 7 days of modness, which we didn't exactly hit, but I'm kind of doing it anyway. And I want to, check out mods that I've never played before, find what's new and popping on the workshop, and I found quite a few to go through. But yeah, it won't be like a normal 7 days of madness, though. It'll be, there'll be a video today when this goes out. Obviously, you're watching it, but there won't be a video tomorrow, but there will be a video after that, and then we'll keep repeating until the 7 videos are done and out. Just so it's not too maddening for me and the editor, because, 7 days of consecutive uploads isn't fun. But alas, Gravy Timothy, make sure you hit the subscribe button though anyway, because we are getting closer to 800,000 subscribers, where we will be doing our fun Alf Landon playthrough in USA Hoi 4 Hearts of Iron 4 funny moment. Okay, but today's video is on a nation that a lot of people have played, and is kind of, well, it's right there as soon as you boot up the game. It's Germany. Okay, so it's safe to say the German focus tree is a little bit lacking. Not the worst offender in Hoi 4, but as, focuses have come out through more DLCs, and specifically Italy's right now, a lot of things are left to be desired about the vanilla German tree, but now this mod aims to fix it by adding a few more things in to do. Now, usually when you get, Germany expanded focus trees, they like to put in a lot of stuff that you can't really show on YouTube, but as far as I can see, this one doesn't really go in that direction. You can usually tell by what flag is at the top left, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, but as far as I can tell, it doesn't expand on any of the old history. It's just a bit more of an expansion to the normal tree. Now, as far as I can tell, this does expand historically on a few of the internal political structures of the German military, which I'm not going to zoom in too much on those symbols in the focus tree, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Now, I won't be doing anything too non-historical here. I do want to go ahead and win the war with the Allies, though, but I'm not going to do any of the gamey straps like going to war with Poland or the Dutch early to get the resource bonuses. No, we are doing this just how the madman did it himself. Okay, so one of the big things that the mod changes is actually dealing with the Spanish Civil War, as we now actually get a focus to send the Condor Legion over, which if you enjoy your Hearts of Iron 4 LARP, I'm sure you already know what that is. So yeah, that unlocks a balance of power for us, where we can now help out the Spanish even more. And we definitely want to do pretty much all of these. I'm not too sure why we wouldn't. It mostly means that we can move even more troops over there. Oh, and this was really good too. It gives us actual bonuses to our research too, so we need to make sure we try to get that one as well. Anyway, Frank... Oh yeah, he's not there yet. We're gonna go ahead and give you a helping hand. Now, obviously, there are more downsides to actually intervening more, like we do pay way more consumer good factories, but as long as we win quickly, I think the XP trade-off is definitely worth it. And there we go. That will give us pretty much heavy machine guns on our planes immediately. That shouldn't take too long at all to research. 282 days, so yeah, that's way better. Alright, so we don't care too much about fighting the Spanish. We just want to make sure that we get as many pockets for the AI to hopefully deal with, and most importantly, take these airports. Yay, Spanish Civil War is over, and now we are going to turn our attention to gobbling up some land. And upon completion, we unlock the solid results, and if we didn't do too well, we could extend our Spanish ambitions, and then, yeah, we could have done something. So we also have the 4-year plan, where we can spend some political power to do some specific industry stuff, and the only one I've really been doing is securing the synthetic rubber, which will just build a refinery. There are a few more that are interesting, but usually it's the rubber and oil we're struggling with over here. There you go. I have gobbled up the Austrians. Oh, Czechs. Looks like somebody's taken a bit of a nibble out of you there. I don't know who would do that, and I don't think they'd ever come back and do that to the rest of you, right? Psst, I can't believe somebody was just that hungry. Okay, so we are pretty much ready for the war now. I'm just gonna have a quick look through and see if there's anything else that I need to do, but I think we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, I guess if we're doing historical, I'll go ahead and do Molotov Ribbentrop before I go in. We've also got our best buddy ever, Mussolini, in our faction as well, and he wants me to go to war with Ethiopia, which... you're struggling that bad? Interestingly enough, if Italy does go into a civil war, we do have a focus to save him, which, I can't... Well, that's definitely not going to happen this game, but that is funny. Oh, in doing Molotov-Ribbentrop, everyone loses some opinion of me, including El Salvador, of all people. Okay, we're going for Danzig now, and hopefully I can beat the Allies really easily, and then we can just go beat up the Soviets. But we'll see, I might fail catastrophically. Yeah, well, they ain't doing too hard, are they? Oh, of course, the Swiss have come to me for a trade. Okay, so now that we've done that, we have a bit of a power struggle between, somebody and the Wehrmacht. So this is kind of in the game already. It's usually just in decisions where if you recruit too many, you just get a coup, I think. I can't remember because there's no point of ever doing it. Yeah, okay, so getting those heavy machine guns early is definitely paying off for us, considering I only have 300 fighters over here. And around we go! That was not difficult in the slightest, actually. So the question now becomes is how exactly do I get across this little ditch filled with water? Oh, I actually have enough naval supremacy. Do they not have boats there? They do have boats there, but it does not matter. Am I gonna get this? Half of my army got caught by the subs, but the Navy did come out and rescue them, and didn't get intercepted by the British, which was a miracle. So let's see if we can get a port. Oh, they got caught again. Well, just got Dover. Off you go, Rommel. Oh, okay, yeah, we're actually fine a part of the British Navy there, too. I did not really spec too much into my Navy, so that surviving, actually not bad. Okay, the main British Navy came out, but I think we are good. I'll just take theirs in the peace deal. And there you go. Easy peasy. Okay, so what do I actually want to do with all this land now? I gotta think critically. There we go. Not bad at all. Kind of cringe though, because Ethiopia was for some reason in that peace conference, but Italy wasn't, because I never called them in. So I have an Ethiopian puppet now, and the borders look like this. Okay, so before we go ahead and actually go to war with the Soviets, we do get a few things that will buff us, so we can kind of go in really hard and really fast. Now, I don't think the majority of you will probably ever need stuff like this, because beating the Soviets isn't really too hard, but I guess if you're a newer player, buffs like this could definitely come in handy. Oh, but yeah, also from the land I took, I'm definitely probably gonna have to go to war with the Japanese at some point, but I'm just gonna put that off in my mind for a long time. We do have an absolutely ginormous navy though, so we don't really have to worry about... Oh, ours did survive. I thought it got blown up, but no, it just almost got blown up. Well, we're going to go ahead and rename Berlin to Germania, because why not? And that gives us a whole bunch of factories and build slots. Not exactly like we needed anymore after, you know, taking all the Allied stuff, but yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. And my way is going east. So I am slowly moving us towards the Wehrmacht even more, just because I really want a few of these orc bonuses that are coming along. The downside for going this way over to here instead is that you get way more breakthrough, which is really good, but I don't think we're going to need it. But you do take a stability debuff, but you get less manpower over here, which I don't think I need to worry about. Yeah, the economy is also absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I only just realized that Italy is at war with Greece currently. I was wondering why I was kept getting called into stuff. It's just failing miserably. You know what? I ain't even gonna help you on your own. I'm just going to send the Navy over. And yeah, of course, I'm now forced to go to war with the Greeks as well, because they have joined the co-prosperity sphere. Yeah, I'm just going to send all the navies I stole to go convoy raid over there, and hopefully that just keeps them at bay until I can be bothered to come over there and deal with them. So if you're wondering why I haven't actually gone to all the Soviets yet, it's because I was waiting to do the Reichscommissariats, because I have noticed that there is another focus down here where I can seize their industry. So I'm just a little interested to see what that might entail, although I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so they have kept all the original stuff into. I'm just not sure if this will also influence the power thing as well. Again, the buffs and everything you get from this are just kind of not necessary, so there's no point of ever really doing it. I just got 2 tank divisions that Yeah, they're not even full. Maybe if I just give them some air down here, will that help? I don't want to come down and actually help. Just to rub it in their face before I declare war on them. I'm banning communism. And in we go. Okay, so I'm just immediately going to go ahead and do the reinforced logistics. Just because I want to blast through the Soviets, and I am working a collab with them too, so I'm hopefully not going to have to go all the way east. Definitely having an oil problem already, which is kind of funny considering how much oil I'm importing right now. It definitely has something to do with the fact I have two giant navies constantly patrolling over here in the Pacific. You know what? It's fine though, because I already know where I can get some oil a lot cheaper. Oh yeah, and that's also just one giant encirclement already. Don't mind if I do. Okay, they are already up to 360k casualties. Let's see what that is after this pocket disappears. Look at that! I doubled it! Oh, okay, so this was something I saw in the mod. You can also demand their surrender if we get Moscow, Leningrad, and Stalingrad. I'm assuming this won't give us all of the Soviets though, but they might actually capitulate before that from my collab government in the works. But we do also have a war exhaustion increase, so we definitely have to go quick here. Oh yeah, that war exhaustion debuff definitely hits. Already down to a to minus 10% attack buff, and that is just gonna keep getting worse. Although I guess you could really meme this just by paradropping both Stalingrad and Moscow if you just manage to get like somewhat decent in. I don't think you'd be able to get Leningrad because I'm pretty sure they usually garrison that pretty hard because of the port. Yeah, we can already make even more commissars as well, so we're just gonna do that, and then we'll get the Moscow on too. Okay, yeah, we got Stalingrad and we have Moscow, so I guess technically we could go ahead and hit the button. I don't know what this is gonna do, but we got them down to, yeah, just under halfway of their capitulation right there, and that is with a collab as well, a 45% collab. Although I'm assuming they have a chance to accept this or not, so we'll see what happens. Oh, they accepted. I'm not that, well, that doesn't really make sense, but yeah, there we go. And the peace conference we got, I can already say, is incredibly broken because they kept Bessarabia. Yeah, I guess, Bessarabia. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? So killed all my commissarates too, so let's get the commissars back. Got quite a few of them now. I know, are these all in the vanilla game? I'm not sure if they are. It did not like doing that. That just broke immediately. What happened there? They just like flipped right back to me. No way. They're coming back in on me. Oh yeah, these puppets are so broken. I was just messing around in the console just to see if I could annex them back in, but they don't even exist apparently, which is very odd. Apparently I still own it, so I'm just gonna fix this somehow before it crashes the game. I fixed it with a bit of console tomfoolery, and I think that I just need to annex them now, get rid of them. There you go. So when we exploit them, we just get more factories. I don't need more factories. Excellent. What are the chances now if I go ahead and release them again? It's just gonna break and really crash the game. Oh, it didn't crash the game. But are they just gonna... Yep, they just flip right back to us. Okay, just don't do that. Well, there you go. The Americans and the Chinese managed to beat up the Japanese. I'm assuming my fleet may have helped, by blowing up their entire navy. Well, we're doing this for the second time. I do enjoy the fact that we have these stupid Soviet railway guns that have just been sitting behind the line. Maybe they just hid them really deep in a forest somewhere. We just haven't found them. And for some reason, they actually brought troops over to Bessarabia too, so that didn't go well for them. Oh god, those casualties are disgusting. Why would you do this? The funniest part is we could just demand their surrender again, which means we'd just be endlessly doing this. Okay, the worst part is though, for us to actually get a proper surrender now, I need to go even further in, even with my like full collab essentially, because they don't have any VPs because I took them in the other war. Okay, so this time around, there won't be round 3. And there you go. And the commissariats actually worked this time. I'm assuming you're meant to do it after you actually own all the land and don't do the scripted peace deal, because it didn't seem to work last time. So there you go, that was the mod. Nothing too crazy. There are a few crazier mods coming, actually a lot crazier, I'm gonna be real with you. But as for the focus tree, yeah, it's nothing too crazy or, you know, spectacular or in depth. It just adds a couple more focuses to give you something to do as the Germans, and then obviously the extra stuff with the commissariats and stuff. But yeah, nothing crazy. It is I guess a little bit more difficult if you're new to playing the game and you want a bit more of a challenge, but not too much as the Germans. But obviously, I am a God Hoi 4 gamer, so it was no challenge at all for me. But if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe button down below, and you'll be seeing me not tomorrow but the next day with another stupid mod in Hearts of Iron 4. Anyway, goodbye!